All right, hey guys, OFD checking in here, and tonight we're going to be taking a look at the Islander, or one of the Islander watches from Long Island Watch Company. Now, if you guys watch YouTube, you know videos, you buy watches, you probably have picked up a watch from Long Island Watch Company at one time. I know I've picked up quite a few from them. Always great service from Mark over there. As a matter of fact, he has his own YouTube channel. I'm sure you guys know that, but I will leave a link down below at the bottom. So I caught his video a few months back when he kind of talked about bringing these watches to the market. Super exciting news, you know, coming right on the heels of us all verifying that the SKX was going to be discontinued. You know, it scared Mark, or not scared him, but I mean, this is a guy that really has probably sold more Seiko SKX watches than a number of their companies combined out there. So as he mentions in his video, it's his bread and butter, really, the Seiko SKX. So in the process of selling so many, though, Mark had already stepped up the plate and started offering modifications straight from Long Island Watch, where you could pick up your brand new SKX, have a ceramic bezel insert put in it, have the crystal, a sapphire crystal put in it, have the movement upgraded, have a solid link bracelet put on it. So he really kind of got into the business of modifying Seikos even before they left his place. But now he's actually creating his own watches, and I am super excited to take a look at this one. Now, I do believe this is the ISL-02, one of the first two models that came out. There was this one in black, and there was the 24-hour version, basically just different bezels on them. I do believe they call that one like the multi-time zone version or whatnot, but I like the standard diver's bezel, and so this is the one we picked up here for the channel to take a look at. So really cool watches. Now, guys, obviously this thing screams SKX, right? I mean, you look at the handset, the Lume plots on it, everything screams SKX, but there's a lot of huge upgrades on this watch that just to the casual observer might not notice it, but to any watch connoisseur out there, you're really going to notice it and appreciate the upgrades that Mark has made to this Islander watch. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's get some things out of the way first. So dimensionally, this watch is basically a Seiko SKX. You've got a 42.5 side to side, not including the crown. You got 46 lug to lug, comes in at 14 millimeters of thickness, and it's running a 22 millimeter lug opening. Yes, the handset looks a whole lot like the Seiko SKX, but I wanted to bring the dial up here a little bit closer to you and show you guys that the indices on this watch are applied indices as opposed to the painted on indices on the SKX. So that automatically is an upgrade there. You also have a ceramic bezel insert on this watch, and it's fully lumed, which I think is a super impressive thing to get on this watch, that you get this ceramic lumed bezel insert. Also, he's installed an AR coated sapphire crystal. All really impressive upgrades, and you'd think, well, just that alone would really put the watch where it needed to be. But no, they didn't stop there. They've included a solid link bracelet on this watch. So it's solid link, and it's screw link bracelet. These are not push pin links. This is a screw link bracelet. On the case itself, yeah, it's an SKX case, but Mark has noticed that, you know, us watch aficionados love to change bands, and so they've added drilled lugs to this watch. While I'm looking at the side of the case, you can check out the polishing. Now, I don't know if I want to compare it to Seiko polishing because it's such an impressive thing, but this watch looks extremely well done. You can see a signed crown here at the 4 o'clock position, as you would expect from something mimicking the Seiko SKX. And you can see that bezel there, the knurling on the bezel, polished, looks really nice. So, okay, so they've made improvements to the bezel and the bezel insert, the dial itself with the applied indices, and the sapphire glass. Well, that'd be perfect, right, if it just stopped there. But it gets even better because these watches are running the SII, I should say, 4R36 movement from Seiko. So what do you get? You get a hand winding and a hackable movement, which the SKX doesn't and has never had. You have to upgrade the movement to get that. So those additions right there, to me, really push this watch into what you would think would probably be like a $500 range watch. But here's where it gets even better. Mark has these watches on sale in a number of different colorways at the website right now for $299. I don't think you can really find a better watch for $299. First of all, you get iconic looks. The Islander watch obviously looks just like the Seiko SKX, but you get upgrades across the board. And you get a watch about the same price as a Seiko SKX, but with just tons and tons of upgrades. If you were to buy an SKX and do this kind of work to it, believe me, you guys, it's going to cost you a lot more than $299. So that's really cool. So great bracelet on the watch, solid link bracelet as I showed you. Double push button clasp, which is very nice. Solid bars, not stamp steel like you would have on a Seiko SKX. Polished case back, and on the case back there, you can see he's had a picture of Long Island put on there. Pretty cool. And right there you see the little Islander logo. That's approximately where the Long Island Watch Company is located on Long Island. Lets you know it's a 200-meter watch, Island watch there at the top, the Islander sapphire crystal. So, guys, I honestly don't know that if you're an SKX fan, I would say just drop that fantasy and go over to Island Watch and pick one of these up. There's a number of different colorways. There's no shortage that I could tell. So you can jump on over to their website. If you want a 24-hour bezel, those are available. And any of the modification parts that are available from Long Island watch website, they'll fit this watch. So this watch is fully compatible with SKX upgrades if you decide to do that. I don't see why you would, because the watch comes fully upgraded, but very, very cool. So let's get this watch on my 7-inch wrist, and then let's go out the Lume shot, because I think you guys are going to be impressed with the Lume on this one. All right, so here's the watch on my 7-inch wrist. No surprise, it's an SKX, so it's going to look great. That 42.5 case, 46 lug to lug, it fits really well while maintaining just a beefy dive watch look and aesthetic on your wrist. A watch that is going to be noticed. And if people are into watches and they think you're wearing an SKX, boy, I'll tell you what, this is going to be quite the conversation starter if they're really, kind of know what they're looking at. Very, very cool watch. So let's dim the lights and let's check out the Lume on this bad boy. Well, I don't think we're going to have any surprises here, guys. All I did was shut off the lights. I've still got a light on the back of the room back there. And yeah, it's glowing already. So let's go ahead and hit it with the light. Now, you guys know I haven't been using the Drill Master lately. I've been using this little Fiatchi flashlight they sent out for me to review. And man, this thing is super powerful and rechargeable. So yeah, that's the Lume. It's like lighting up the date window down there. The 4R36, guys, I didn't mention. It is a 21,600 vibrations per hour movement with a day date function over there at the 3 o'clock position. Very, very amazing Lume at a $299 price point. So, all right, guys, you like the video, give me a thumbs up down there at the bottom. Follow the links down below in the description and check out the watches they have over at Long Island Watch. Mark's always done a good job of keeping us happy in watches. So, all right, guys, take care. If you've not subscribed, please do. Please do.